Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about the Contract DLC Part 2, how it could be featuring some familiar faces, as well as what we can expect when expanded and enhanced GTA 5 launches in just a couple of weeks. We'll be diving into all of that in this video today, and a whole lot more. So we got this bit of information from Insider Tez Funds 2. I thought this was very cool. He said, expanded and enhanced was supposed to be launched earlier on November 11th. Had it released on that date, we would have received the contract update alongside its launch. The timing is interesting because it does look like a great way for Rockstar to work with Sean Fontano to introduce Franklin to GTA Online and possibly work with him on new single-player content, thus hitting two birds with one stone. They could have planned the same with Ned Luke, but since the delay happened, the plan was to split it into two parts. I don't know, I could be off the mark on this, but it would be interesting if it turns out to be the case. So what he's talking about here is basically E&E was supposed to come out right at the same time as the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. In fact, I think they were probably supposed to be packaged together, but instead we're now looking at it coming out on March 15th. So it's almost a half of a year delay. And that also would have changed what Rockstar did in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now we know the Contract DLC came out on December 15th, and it only featured the likes of Dr. Dre, Sean Fontano, who plays Franklin Clinton, Lamar Davis, and Chop. So we sort of got that side of the GTA 5 single player. Well, it looks like they could be doing the same with Michael DeSanta and Ned Luke, because he was mentioned several times throughout the Contract DLC. Franklin mentions the problem he has with his wife and how he got together with the tennis coach. He also recognizes that Michael DeSanta is still making and producing movies at Solomon Richards Movie Studio. And on top of all of that, there's things that can be found in the in-game files that suggest a Contract Part 2 is in the works. And if that's the case, the VIP client might be Michael DeSanta, who at this point in time could very easily be considered a VIP. Because at the end of the story, he started producing movies. So if he's been producing movies for almost 10 years now, you would suspect that he'd be pretty successful and he'd be kind of a bigwig in the Vinewood society, very clearly making him a VIP. So this could also be how Michael returns in Grand Theft Auto Online, and this could also be how we genuinely get new single-player content. I'm not talking about the short trip stuff for GTA Online, but legitimate content for single player only. That would be very cool, especially on the heels of expanded and enhanced coming out very, very soon. And speaking of that, someone ended up asking if expanded and enhanced was just going to be a patch for PC, because as it currently stands, Rockstar has only been offering this on the PlayStation 5 and the new Xboxes, the Series X and S. So someone ended up asking that, and he said there's nothing new in regards to the PC version, but there are tons of QA beta updates hitting GTA 5 on Steam database. And additionally, E&E leftovers within the PC version. All of this adds up the chances that the PC version receives E&E upgrades as a new patch. So I don't know how many of you guys are watching this video, you play on the PC. If you do, let us know in those comments down below. Maybe you have both. Maybe you have a PlayStation or an Xbox and a PC, and you have friends on both, so you like to play on both systems. You guys can let me know, though, in those comments down below, because that would be very unfortunate if the PC guys got left in the dust, because it's not like they choose to have other consoles get upgraded. I mean, it's nice that Rockstar is taking advantage of that, and that we're seeing it for the PlayStation 5, but the PC guys have no obligation to upgrade. A PC is a PC. Now, you can make your PC more powerful by introducing new parts, but at the end of the day, it's still a PC version, whereas we're going from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, Xbox One to X and S, etc. So I am glad that it looks like the PC guys will not be getting left behind. And one of the things that has been going on the last couple of days that I do hope Rockstar addresses is that crazy RP glitch that I've warned you guys not to do right before expanded and enhanced, because something like that could very easily get your count banned and suspended. So just simply don't do that. But there is an update to that whole saga. Insider Tez Funds 2 said this: there are harmless glitches And then there's this RP glitch plus the dupe glitches. The latter sucks because when an awesome idea is brought up or considered for future updates, it sounds cool at first, but then this type of glitch is brought up and the whole mood switches. That's likely why we never received pink slips. We couldn't bet our own car due to the mere chance of a duplication glitch. Also, the likely reason why duplication glitches are often prioritized than others. It may have to do with how the framework of the simple interior script is often updated with almost every new update. Each property we receive builds on the framework of the simple interior script, and each new property post-import-export update is considered a simple interior and tends to carry the same infrastructure, but with the extra space for new features. Therefore, the devs are more flexible to handle glitches involving new properties. So long story short, what he's saying here is harmless glitches are fine, but then there's these less so harmless glitches, like the RP glitches, duplication glitches, money glitches. This is what causes Rockstar to maybe second guess some of the things they want to do. So I'm sure you guys have come up with some amazing ideas for GTA Online and even probably told Rockstar about them, maybe via feedback or something like that. In fact, on their Newswire post the other day, which I did find interesting, where they talked about the latest event week, when they were discussing the Amani tech, they ended up saying this: upgrades like Amani tech were inspired by your request via the GTA Online feedback site. We'd like to thank everyone who's left a suggestion so far and encourage you all to keep them coming. That's actually kind of cool that Rockstar does keep an ear out for what fans want, but fans also need to realize that things like introducing the idea of pink slips, which sounds incredible, unfortunately probably can't happen because players would just simply abuse them. And what would happen is that players legitimately doing this would be overshadowed by players not legitimately doing this. And so Rockstar has to think about the things they want to introduce, not only in terms of how players would like them, but also how would some players end up abusing them. And that's also why we see these duplication glitches prioritized over others, because this is something that Rockstar takes very seriously, because it could impact things they do in the future, even though it might not be here. They don't want things to spread like wildfire and then infect the content they might add into the future. So just something interesting to think about right there as we are on the dawn of a new era of GTA 5, how it looks like the Contract DLC Part 2 might be here sooner rather than later, and it might feature some familiar faces like Michael DeSanta, and hopefully some more single-player content, which would be absolutely incredible. But as always, you guys can let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there, or you can reach out to me on my Facebook page, where you can send messages, photos, videos, and more. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.